Hey guys, we take a closer look at The Secret Language of Light Oracle by Denise Jarvie, and the artwork is by Daniel N. Holman. Now, this deck is one of the decks that I consider to be one of my power cards because of how deeply it helps me to link into my soul and truly work with my light and further connect and access deep wisdom. This is what the side of the cards will look like. You've got the name of the author and artist, Blue Angel Publishing, and this is the top of the card. Overall, it's a 45 deck oracle cards with a very large guidebook with plenty of information. This is what the back looks like with the illustration and pretty much gives you an idea of the card itself. When you open the box up, you're presented with the cards, and then you get the nice sort of sized booklet with plenty of information. Overall, the box is quite fairly good, so if you want to keep the box, your cards are quite fairly secure. And this is what the back of the cards will look like. Very elegant design, very nice. And then you got this kind of nice sort of faded colors in the background. It seems to be like a shield blocking the light at the back. And this is a close look at the back of the card. My version is the matte version, not the gloss version, so I'm very happy with that. I was reluctant to get it from last year because I know people didn't like the gloss version, but this is the matte version, which is absolutely awesome. They are somewhat difficult to shuffle with at times, but it's a lot better. The stock quality, it's medium, and it's very good overall. So it's lasted me a couple of months already. Card quality, can't really complain. Excellent in every way. The cards are still fairly on the very large side. They are large size cards, so I guess that's kind of like a negative. They do come white bordered, but I've edged mine in purple, just kind of like to match a bit of the theme at the back of the card. So we're going to jump straight into it and have a look at the cards. In terms of what's in the book, that will be at the end of the video. Now, as you could see, these cards come in horizontal. There are a couple of them, and also vertical as well. So let's have a look at our first card. Card number 1 is the soul name. Again, one thing you'll notice what's eminent in these cards is how the essence of the light is beaming. I mean, literally, it's very evident how bright these are. I don't know how it comes across in the video, but to me personally, when I've been using these cards, they're it illuminates clearly just how powerful the light in. Now, another thing, I guess this is kind of also negative. They sometimes do seem repetitive, where the images don't really tell you much or tends to kind of repeat itself, or seem quite fairly similar. But again, these cards are I wouldn't really consider them to be oracle. They give you sort of like a brief, it's like a page, half a page worth of sort of like meaning, but I feel the card personally is best used for meditation or reflection work rather than oracle. It's kind of like, it's very demanding, so it's demanding of you to go deep down, soul searching overall, I feel. Image, as you could see here, are absolutely stunning, and they clearly sort of reflect of one's higher self and various different imagery of a higher dimension as well. Overall, the energy of these cards are very positive. A great representation of light. Absolutely stunning card. Again, the light seems to always be emanating from the center every single time, and then stretching its way out into the various different dimensions and directions. You get meditation here as our number 8 card, and the number 9 card looks absolutely stunning. Again, the light emanating from a different dimension. Meditation here, meditating, kind of sparks the light. Again, it resonates with your heart, love, and soul journey that one goes through from the darkness leading into the light. The soul craft. You will find there are various different sacred symbols or geometry, remembrance, remembering your core essence of who you truly are as a soul. The imagery is absolutely fantastic. Light emanating from the center and going outward in various different forms. Gorgeous. Here's what our next set looks like. Go straight into it. Card number 12. Gosh, very bright. Again, here you've got geometry, symbolism happening there. Triangle. You've got various things happening. Whispers. Then you have 2 cards. Insight, card number 13, and alignment number 14. It's a very beautiful image there with the insight. Just goes to show you as a being, your soul, and how it radiates within, linked to a higher dimension. The sword cutting right through there into the center. Probably the sword of Michael. Sensitivity. You've got the rose and the light. In the background, you've got angel wings. 16, ask your soul. Again, it's a lot of emphasis on the heart, how important it is. Gorgeous imagery there. Heart in one state, and then it keeps growing and getting bigger and bigger. So we've got our next 2 card, visualize and letting go. I just love the energy that comes out of these cards. Again, there's always from within, rising up to a higher state of being. Let go and taking back your power is the let go card. Transformation is more or less experiencing an ending, being lost or alone in a void of things, empty space, but how your light is emanating out, and sooner or later it's bound to kind of find something, discovery, and you won't be alone anymore. Soul writing is all about you as the creator, you as the author of your own story. So it's really pushing you to or commanding you to create from your light. And then in terms of the soul tree, it's about the power of connecting with nature, how also light vibrates in trees and other life forms. Similar here, like you have with the divine animal as well. Every light beings, every being has a light emitting within them, and a heart as well. There's a lot of symbolism of the heart and its strength and power in these decks. They do give out this powerful sort of frequency of activating of one's light, but by just feeling or looking at these cards, they tend to do that. So they're quite, to me personally, I feel they're quite powerful in terms of activation of one's inner light. Imagery is absolutely stunning. I know I keep saying that, but they really are. And I like this matte version. I mean, previously, before a year ago, I had an opportunity to get these cards, but I didn't. Because there was a lot of complaints regarding the gloss laminated version. So these are very, very nice. I love the manifestation card as well, where your manifestation is going up to a higher universe, higher dimension, and how that comes back down. Joy, you've got the heart, you've got sacred symbol, inner voice, one's soul inside crying out, one's intuition, one's sense of center of wisdom, guidance. This one is gorgeous here. You are the universe. Again, emphasizing that you are your own, you are the creator of your reality. Everything that you could possibly want or imagine is within you. There is only light, divine feminine. There is only light is about how we are always seeking the light, how it bypasses everything, the darkness of one's thoughts and fears. Illumination is always there inside flowing, that we are the only one blocking that light. Divine feminine is about looking and diving deep into the realms of the heart, unlocking the unlimited possibilities that one has, love and nurturing. The masculine energy, the divine masculine, is about more or less taking charge of one's creation. It's about purpose, the leader, you being the leader of your thoughts and emotions. So it's very strong masculine energy, as you could see there, very powerful. The soul love card is about the purity of your heart. Again, it's about being the center of your universe. Outside of that is only a mirror. It's not about looking or bringing what's outside to you. It's more about what's already inside of you, how you need to bring that into the outside world. Soul mating, and then we've got light beings. Soul mating card is more or less about a new encounter, an expansion or deepening of one's heart and light. The intensity of the heart there is pretty much illustrating the intensity of one's heart and mirroring out that love and light. The light being image is showing what a light being looks like, and also how one needs to take a higher perspective view or an outside look view from the cosmos rather than looking within the earth. We've got soul family and focus. Soul family is, it's about knowing that you're loved and you're not alone. It's also about a place where we all come together as a family of light beings, where we can support and connect with each other. The focus card is about the point of attraction. It's about your core beliefs in its various forms and the location or where you put your attention, where you are most focused at. The create space is pretty much about making or putting the time needed for one's dreams to make one happy. Again, it's all linked to creation. Our next card is all about how you could see on the imagery your body is in one state and yet your soul is in another state. So pretty much they are not in line with each other. They're viewing from different perspectives. They're vibrating on different frequencies. So it's pretty much about how your body and soul sees things differently. And colors is pretty much about the power of colors, how it has variations, or all the variation of colors at the end of the day is the white light, but it's expressed in different or vibrates in different sort of like different ways. The soul song is how your soul is always emitting sounds back and forth with the universe. It's part of the collective, and even though you are not aware of it or you can hear it, it's always working in the background. Inward revolution and enlightenment. The inward card is talking about your soul's journey, the dark and the light, good, bad. It's always moving forward, and what this card is saying is because of all of this, you have deep wisdom, you know yourself better because of all of it. And then the next stages of that is your enlightenment, and which is all about your awakening, moving from the old into the new higher consciousness of being, a different perspective, mind and body being in line. The expansion kind of like expands further from that. So it's kind of like about the awaken. It's you having an overview of one's journey, accessing your overall progress. By doing that, you know how to further expand that journey. You know what you want, what you don't want, and take the next step. And then our last card here is pretty much authenticity, being true to who you are, who, you being proud of the light being that you are. Having a quick look into what you get in the book, you get this nice little message when you open the book up. And plus, the further you go into the book, the more messages you get where it's truly welcoming you to the entire sort of theme of the secret of the light and the language. You get your contents. So the introduction is a couple of pages worth of various different sort of things that you need to know and how to work with these cards. You get the card meanings straight away after that. So plenty of information, and at the back you get information about the authors. So like I said, your introduction is made out of a quite a intensive sort of bunch of various things that you go through and you learn regarding the transmission, connecting and using these cards, discovering one's soul name, different ways of working with these cards, their roles, the various different readings, the intentions, the questions that you get or that you need to ask, jumping cards, reverse cards, the future. So there's a heck of a lot of information in like the introduction within itself about the cards, how to use them, and then the various different spreads that you get. You could do a single card spread, and then you've got a 4-card spread, which they call soul vision, and then you've got a 4-card spread, which is all about soul healing that you can use. And then, like I said, after that, you go straight into the card meanings. And unfortunately, the cards are not in colored in the book. They're black and white. You get the name and the number of the card. Again, you get not a great quality black and white image of the cards. You get a brief sort of like section that gives you the meaning of the card, but the rest of it is all about the Soul Mastery class, where it's giving you kind of like homework and tasks to do, the different types of meditation, the sort of like actions that you can take within the course of like a few days, weeks, hours, or whatever it may be. And then as well, it gives you sort of like journaling work to do. So there's quite a bit to do, This is why I said they're not, I don't feel they're really oracle cards. They're a lot more to do with self-discovery, it pushes you to really work deep within oneself. So it's a lot to do with kind of pushing you in discovering of yourself. So it's a lot of soul work, meditation, sort of like inspired reflections and actions to take, things to consider, and plus a lot of journaling work to do through the course of your journey. And at the back of the book, you got about the author, a lot of information there, and plus about the artist himself as well. So quite a lot of information within that book itself. There's the size of the book. There's a lot in it, but not much in terms of meaning of each particular card. So that is it, guys. That is the Secret Language Light Oracle cards. Again, it's more about soul work rather than being oracle. So if you're pretty much wanting to work a lot within yourself, if you're into wanting to discover who you are, self-discovery, then these cards I think will be absolutely perfect for you. So watch out for the next lot. Thank you. Have a good one.